Happy Friday! Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh, the moment. What is? I should be okay now. Hi, my salty pecans. Happy Friday. Where's my phone? There's my phone. I found it. Happy Friday, my salty peeps. I know it's pretty late. It is 11 p.m. Your girl has been running up and down, trying to get her life together tonight. But we got it together. Hi, Cello Bella. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm not sure if my audio is working. Yes, let's see. Let's see. You started watching the first two seasons of Love is Blind. The first season of Love is Blind, honestly, Cello Bella, was so great. It was Cameron and Lauren, and to this day, they're still rocking it out. And every other season since then has been a little like side eye rickety, like what's wrong with these people? And this last season was ridiculous. Toxic AF, ridiculous. I don't understand who casts these people, how they get chosen. I hope I did not spoil the first season for you. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know who picks these people. I don't know who casts them. They're a little ridiculous. But nevertheless, we are in season 6 and it's even more of a hot mess now. My heater is about to turn off soon, so hopefully the audio gets a little bit better. But as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking, of course, about how to make dehydrated cocktail toppers and more specifically citrus cocktail toppers. And also, we are going to do a little Trader Joe's haul because I ran to Trader Joe's to pick up some things. And we are going to finish off with a little recap of the last episode, the most recent episode of Love is Blind, episode 11, The Wedding, where the surviving couples who have lasted this long walk down the aisle, okay, to the altar, down the altar, whatever, however you properly say it, and they decide whether or not they are going to say yes or no to each other, okay? And that's basically the hot mess of a season. So let us first get into our cocktail of the night. And then I'm going to quickly go through these groceries because they have to go in the fridge and in the freezer. They have been sitting in this bag since I got home like an hour ago because I've been like trying to like prep for the video since I got home. So yeah, how to make dehydrated cocktail garnishes. I think cocktail garnishing is the cake topper to cocktails, okay? I love garnishing cocktails. I think it's so pretty because it just completes the look. Of course, the garnishment is just for that, it's just for appearance. It looks nice, it makes it look profesh, and I want to make my own garnishes. I have seen online, well, I have seen when I go out, okay, when I purchase drinks, when I go to like festivals, when I go to like craft festivals, when I go to expos, certain things like that, and they'll give you the cocktails from those certain brands and companies. They garnish it, they top it, or when I go to the bar, a nice bar, not no like dive bar, okay, like where drinks cost at least like $20 each, okay? Nice bars. They give you real nice garnishments. And today's video, I'm going to show you all how to make and dehydrate your own citrus. It's very, very easy. I did this at home. I did this while I was working. Okay. And they are ready and prepared. So I actually started to make these around noon. No, actually, he started around 11 p.m. And I said 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. now. Around 11 a.m. These take a few hours to dehydrate. And then I did them in batches because I did them small batches. I didn't do like a whole large oven worth. I just did a small toaster oven's worth. Okay. So yeah, I did pre-film doing this, okay, and I edited a bit. So I'm going to do a little quick voiceover, but I'm going to play the video that I filmed, and then we're going to make our little mini cocktail for tonight. I'm not making a crazy cocktail because tonight's video is not about cocktails. It is about the cocktail garnish, okay? So let me go ahead and add the little video I filmed. Hi, CJ. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Let me go ahead, slide. Let's see, video file. Let me go onto my desktop. What did I call it? Dehydrated. Where's my video? There we go. Open. Oh, wait. No. Wait, oops. All right. So there's no audio. Okay, so my whole plan is to actually just voice over this portion. I am going to X-name my face A from this here. Ah, now you see me? No, you don't. Okay, so let's get onto this. I'm going to, like I mentioned, just do a little quick narration of the process on how to dehydrate your cocktail garnishes. And I use a few different citruses, for example. And of course, I'm going to live demo. I'm going to live demo here as well. But again, for informational and video purposes, I pre-recorded this portion earlier. So let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to do is grab just a clean pot, a clean container. You're going to grab your fruits. I have some grapefruit, some lime, some lemon, making sure to take off just the stickers. You don't need the stickers, so I took the stickers off. Cocktail garnishments, they're easy to make, they're affordable, and honestly, your girl has so many ideas just cooking up. So yeah, I'm just putting all of them in the container. I think it's best if maybe you use a wider container versus something that's tall, so you can get them fitted, on one level versus like how mine is currently looking. Mine is just like layered up because the larger ones are at the bottom. I then just took my container to the sink, filled it up with water, and now we're going to clean our citrus. You purchase these from the stores. You don't know how many hands they've touched, how many floors they've rolled on. So clean all of your fruits and veggies before you consume them. And especially since these are going to go on top or in drinks, I want to make sure the skin is clean, not just the inside, the skin, the outside is clean. Put some baking soda, add a little bit of vinegar in the water as well, and just let it do what it do. Of course, you can't have a little oops, a whoopsie daisy. So yeah, just add a little bit more baking soda, and then I'm going to add my vinegar. After I add the vinegar, I'm going to pretty much just mix the fruits in the water to make sure everything is covered. I don't want just like half of this lime to be, clean. I want the whole entire lime to be clean because it's not the whole lime being covered from the container I'm currently using. I grabbed a little spoolie, scoopy, spoony spatula situation and mixed it all around to make sure everything was evenly coated to the best of my ability. And then you just let it sit. Let it sit. I let mine sit for like, honestly, like 10, 15 minutes. And as you can see, all of the chemical reactioning and chemicaling. And you can even see little floaties. You see these like little floaties up here? Yeah. So after the fruits have just cleansed itself, I rinsed all of the baking soda, apple cider, I said apple cider, the baking soda, vinegar, water off of it. And then I wiped all of the fruits dry. And then you pretty much just cut your fruit slices. The key that I have found when experimenting and doing this for you all is when I cut my fruit slices, make sure you cut it thin. The thinner, honestly, the better. Don't cut it too thin that it is going to rip, that, the slices won't hold up. But when you make them too thick, it makes it a little harder one to dehydrate. The dehydration process takes longer. So if you want to ensure to have even slices, you can use a mandolin. I don't have one here. I have one of my mom's. I just didn't feel like going to pick up a mandolin for video purposes. But I did my best to cut the slices as evenly as possible. And again, I'm not making them thick. I'm making them thin because we're going to dehydrate. We are going to remove as much moisture from this, well, all of the moisture essentially from the fruit in order to use it as a cocktail topper. And the reason we are making sure to dehydrate it is because we don't want it to mold. We want this to actually have a shelf life. Once I dehydrate it, I put it in the oven. I expect this to last in my counter. I expect this to last, in my cabinet for weeks to months at a time, or even in my fridge. I need to completely dehydrate this to remove every single just ounce of moisture from this. So I've already cut up my lemon slices and I'm just cutting some of the lime slices. As you can see, I'm placing mine on a baking rack. Okay, you can use two different baking methods. You can either use a baking rack or you can use parchment paper. So I ran out of parchment paper. I was planning on making a larger batch in that black sort of baking sheet, but I ran out of parchment paper. So I'm going to actually just use the baking rack in my toaster oven. Yes, I made and dehydrated the citrus in my toaster oven. I'm just going to go ahead and line the bottom of the pan, place the rack on the pan, place the pan in the toaster oven, and I set my heat to as low as it possibly could go. So I actually put mine around 170 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature I used in my toaster oven. And I cooked this, well, dehydrated it for about like 5 hours, okay? And about halfway through, I flip it over. So maybe about the 2 hour mark or maybe the hour mark, every hour and a half, I decided to just flip it because you want it to be evenly toasted. You want it to be evenly dehydrated. So you want to make sure both sides are getting the nice baking that it needs. So as you can see, there's some pink here. These are the grapefruit. I cut up the pink grapefruit off screen and I'm now going to just place it back. This was the second round of me flipping it over, placed it back and turned my timer back to 60. And that is it. Voila, that is how this is how the dehydrated slices look. This is the lime, beautiful. And we have the lemon and the grapefruit. So yeah, I'm going to store these in a container in my fridge for the next coming weeks. And whenever I want to make my own little cocktails, I want to make my own little cocktail toppers, I have my dehydrated fruits, just waiting for me to top it. Get topped? Get a topation? Topation of the fruitation? So yeah, salty peeps. This is my little pre-filmed demo that I created earlier in regards to dehydrating, because of course, if I want to show you all how to dehydrate a lemon, and we're going to be baking it, and this is a process that takes multiple hours, I wanted to just do it ahead of time. So this is again what my dehydrated fruits look like. I have, you can see the green ones, which is the lime. We have the yellow, the amarillo. This is the lemon, and we have here the pink, which is grapefruit. So I found the grapefruit was a little thicker. So when it came to the grapefruit, I would recommend using a mandolin, or at least the grapefruit I was using is just so soft. It's so soft that it didn't even, what is going on? It just like separated. So we have the pink grapefruit, and I also a little earlier I decided that I wanted to just pick up blood oranges. Okay, so I went and I actually picked up the blood orange, a pack of blood oranges. So we're going to freshly slice these today, just so again I can just show you live demo on how to do that. Okay, so let me quickly grab my little fruit bowl. You have your option of different fruits. You can use not just citrus fruits as well. You can use fruity fruits. You can use pineapple. You can dehydrate, like, what is the dragon fruit? There's just so many different options of dehydrating fruits. So again, I'm starting it easy with citrus. Right, Cello Bella? Garnish is super bougie. I think garnishes are just the bouginess. Like if you go to a place and they give you just more than a maraschino cherry topper, if they give you that much, you know you at a bougie place, baby. You know you at a bougie place. You at the right place. A little bouginess never hurt nobody. Class it up, baby. Class it up, baby. All right. So, like I mentioned, tonight's video is not in regards to the cocktail. So I'm making an easy way out cocktail, okay? And the purpose of the video is in regards to the garnishment, okay? So tonight I'm just going to use pre-mixed cocktail mixers to just, for video purposes, okay? We're just trying to show off. So I grabbed my leaf motif ice leaves. And I'm not sure if I shared it with you all last video, but I did get, I finally got a new fridge because y'all know my struggles with this fridge that I've been going through the last few months. So I'm so happy to finally have a new fridge. I ended up just having to purchase one. I decided to just buy my own stuff because if I don't, I'm always going to be dependent and always going to ask and always going to complain and always will be unsatisfied, to just make my life more satisfactory. We're going to grab our citrus of choice. So we are going to live demo with a blood orange. Okay. Make sure everything is in place. All right. So this has been cleaned. And I also have my little example of the little toaster oven tray. This is a blood orange. And it doesn't matter, in my opinion, which side you go. But, ooh. What's more important, in my opinion, though, is cutting it evenly, getting even slice, okay? And making sure the slices are not too thick. Okay. This was the first one. Let's do it again. Try your best to not make thick slices like this. Okay. You want thin, even. Like so. Okay. Thin, 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 thin. So you cut up a few thin slices of your citrus. You put it on your baking sheet. Okay. And then you take your baking sheet or your drying rack. You bring this over to your cooker, which would be my toaster oven. I put my heat, again, like I mentioned, on around like 170, 150, 170. Okay. And then let it do its thing for about 2 hours. At the 2-hour mark, flip it over. Okay. Let it cook for itself another 2 hours. You go in, you go back, and you just check. Sometimes it might still have some moisture. Go ahead and throw it in there, because the temperature of the oven is so low. You're not cooking this, okay? You're not baking this. You're not burning it. Again, this is the grapefruit that I did earlier. It still has all of the pink. Nothing is burnt. Grapefruit, okay? This is a blood orange. We can dehydrate the blood orange, and it will remain this beautiful color. I notice when I over bake like these, sometimes it might be a little more sensitive, the thinner ones, the lighter pulp, like the lemon and the lime. Okay. And that's pretty much it. That is how you easily make your cocktail garnishes. Okay. And I'm going to just make myself a little quick margarita. Give me one margarita, I'm over my legs. Give me 2 margaritas, I'm over the bed. Give me 1 margarita, I'm put it on my toes. Give me 5 margarita. Give me 5 margarita. Okay. I did like about a shot and a quarter. A shot and a quarter. Okay. I made a little easy margarita. Okay. And I'm feeling like a half seize of a grapefruit. Okay. So this one I wanted to give a little more dimension. So I did a half seize of a grapefruit. And that's it. Or if I want a whole seize, okay, I can just bloop right on top. And it don't even sink. Mírame, Luque. Looking at my topper. Looking at my chopper. My garnish. Looking at my garnish. Okay, cute. Ippy, that's it. That is literally how you do it. So let us bring back our little cocktail station. I really should invest in like a little rolling cart bar thing. Does anyone want to buy me a rolling cart bar? I want a rolling cart bar for in here for my cocktails. I'm gonna do that though. Okay, let me have a little sippy sip of my very easy. I love a margarita. And it's summertime. Ooh, churl. Ooh, churl. So I kind of like made this decision, right? That I don't know. I think I might be open, I don't know, to maybe dating this year. I have, because I've taken like a nice little break. A nice little break. And when it comes to, I guess, dating anyone seriously, Lord, it's been like, I can't even remember how long. But yeah, we'll see though. I had to like put myself out there. Listen, cut them into whatever shapes you want. Ooh, do I have it? I actually was trying to experiment. I wanted to like experiment with twists and little shapes. This was a little fail, but you can like cut the skin, get a little rind, little grapefruit rind. Ooh, imagine if you like, what's the word? You like people who like to sugar stuff. Put a whole bunch of like sugar, like them candy dipped, the sugar dipped candies, fruits. All right, so let's do a little quick Trader Joe's haul before we get into 90 Day Love is Blind. I'm saying 90 Day Fiance. Love is Blind. So the main reason I actually went there is I wanted to just get some quick flowers. I'm going to stop by my aunt's tomorrow. It's her B-day, and I think Trader Joe's has like really nice flowers, you know, affordable. So I'm going to do a little quick like drop off of the flowers to her tomorrow before I go to work. These are really pretty. I got there so late, like maybe like 20 minutes before the shop closed. So I didn't really have much options. But that's that. And then I picked up some random things I was not expecting. Like Trader Joe's, I find is like Target to me. Trader Joe's tells me what I need to buy when I go to Trader Joe's, the same way Target tells me what I need to buy when I go to Target. So I just randomly picked up a whole bunch of stuff. I only went there for the flowers, by the way. So first on the docket, I picked up everything bagel. Okay. Usually when I go to Trader Joe's, I actually like to get the fresh everything bagels, but after a certain time, like when it's about to be closing, they actually toss all of their freshly baked goods, which is such a heartache. But they toss all their freshly baked goods, so I only had access to the bagged stuff. And then I picked up this whole wheat carb savvy tortilla. It's like 9 grams of protein carbs. And I picked up these Thai shrimp dumplings. I want to make sure he took the other one off of the. Okay, I think he did. All right, anyways, I picked up some Thai shrimp gyoza. I also picked up their chicken gyoza pot stickers. I opted out of the veggie ones. I've tried the veggie ones a couple times. I'm not a big fan of the veggie ones. I actually went in there for 2 things. I went in there for the flowers and I went in there to get steak for dinner. But looking at the time right now, it is almost midnight. I don't know if I'm in the mood to make steak at midnight because I have not eaten anything all day yet. So I picked up some flank steak. I like flank steak because it's one of the leaner cuts of beef if you do eat red meat. Even if you want steak, but you don't want to worry about all that fat, get flank steak. This is literally just the healthiest, less fattiest part of the cow cut. And like I mentioned, I picked up some blood oranges. I seen this, and now that I'm thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have got it, but it is the calamansi and mango sorbet. I was really thinking of like you know those creamy mango, creamy mango, like ice cream pop. I was thinking of that, but this is like sorbet, so it's missing the creamy part of the ice cream. And I picked up 2 pomelos actually. I picked up 2 pomelos. My light is really, really harsh. A little bit better. I think that might be better. Picked up the pomelos. I ran out of catsup, so I got some catsup. And the thing with catsup, I find, look at the ingredients. I love catsup that's made with sugar. I don't like catsup that's made with high fructose corn syrup. The flavor is very distinguishable. Catsup made with sugar reminds me of Haiti, reminds me of my childhood. Good catsup is really good. Heinz catsup, that garbage, is made with fructose corn syrup. So get the ones with sugar. You taste such a big difference. Like, it just reminds you of the islands in my childhood. All right, 2 more things. I got some cranberry juice because we got to keep the body healthy. Okay. And this doesn't have any like added sugars, 0% sugar, added sugar, but it does have 17 grams of sugar. And the last 2 things, my friend always talks about this. So he always talks about the Brooklyn. It's like a brownie cookie. So I got one of these for his birthday. So this will be one of his little, it's like a little gift thing, a little couple of stuff that he likes. So I'm gonna add that into his little gift bag of birthday stuff. So I got 2 brookies, if I didn't mention that. One for me to try and one for him for his birthday because I've never again tried this and I want to know how it tastes. And then the other one is not for me. And I want to give my sister one of the pomelos. Like, you can just hear how empty this is. Like, this fruit is more rind and skin than it is flesh. So yeah, Tis the entire Trader Joe's haul. Very anticlimactic, but I hope you enjoyed what Pam will be eating. All right, let's put these back here. Let's clear off my desk. I have so much stuff on here all of a sudden. All of a sudden. My Ciweto baby, you must become my lady. Drive me crazy. So yes, again tonight's live. I'm gonna try to like end within the next like 10-15 minutes. Try not to go into midnight. I don't want to go into a whole nother. I don't want to be doing these next day lives, but it's my fault for coming on so late, so I can't complain. All right, quick little recap of the most recent episode of Love is Blind. Okay, Clay and AD and Johnny and Amy both walked down the aisle, and they were face to face with one another. And what I expected to happen did end up happening. Okay, Clay said no to our girl AD, and AD said yes to Clay. She poured her heart out to this man, and she just was a ride or die for him. And I'm like, sis, this man gave you zero reason, zero intent that he was going to commit to you, and the problem, in my opinion, with Clay and AD is it's not that she's not his type, okay? It's that how do I say this? He sees her more like a homegirl than like a lover. He sees her more like we can kick it, right? I can bang with you, like of course I can sleep with you. I can have as much sex with you. I can use your body and share your body with you as much as I want. But he's not going to commit to her. And I think one of the main things is because she did have sex with him. And there was one very distinguishable part in that last episode. It was when they were at the bachelorette party and Amy and AD were talking, and Amy was just like, no, yeah, me and Johnny didn't have sex. And AD was just like, girl, what? You capping? She too spicy. She got too much like flavor, too much sauce, too much heat in her to not have sex with him. But I think like that's a big thing. Is when you actually hold off, he kind of like wants you more. He desires you more. Instead of you being like, oh, we're here for this experiment. We're engaged now. I've been talking to you for 1 week behind a wall, and now you finally get to see you. So let me have sex with you. That wasn't your fiance. That wasn't your husband. And of course, he enjoyed himself, and it was a mutual decision. She mutually wanted to sleep with him. He mutually wanted to sleep with her, but he just did not, I guess, find value in her as much. And I really just hope that she does not go back on her word. Like she made this comment on multiple episodes like, listen, if we don't walk down the aisle, there is no us after this ends. And that's the only thing I do hope that she does is stick by her word of valuing herself. Because another issue I noticed with AD is, she wants to be chosen. She wants to be picked. And she was picked, but she wants to be picked. She cried about it. She literally says, why does no one choose me? Why does no one pick me? Look at this woman. She is gorgeous. She is stunning. But, I guess she lacks the confidence. And it does hurt. And she also potentially might lack the male figures, around her to give her that love. Because we see, even, in the like the wedding scene, right? When they're saying their vows to each other, she walked down the aisle alone, like no uncles, no brothers, no father. Her father did pass away, so like no brothers, no uncles. AD was honestly my favorite. So this is obviously all observation. And it sucks, that we're all sexualizing her, but she's a gorgeous woman and she does lead with her body, which is one of her like primary, like first thing that you see is like, wow, she has an amazing shape. She's a beautiful woman, you know, and she carries herself. She works very hard on her appearance for her to look the way she does. So she's very prideful of that. So of course she will lead with that. But she led with that, and that's what he took. Every single confessional, every single chance, I guess, that Clay got to speak about AD, you know, it was always like, man, our physical chemistry is great. Yo, we have amazing sex. The sex is bomb. Her body's banging. Damn, she's hot. Body this, sex this, sexual chemistry. It was never, she is intelligent. She makes me laugh. It's more like, you uplift me. You make me a better man. And that's another thing, that she herself said, she sees the red flags and she paints her nails red, okay? It just goes over her head. I'm actually happy Clay said no. Unpopular opinion, I'm happy Clay said no. Because that man is a very broken man. That man is a smart man. He also knows he's broken. And although he did not say yes to her at the altar, he does care enough for her that he did say no because they would have been hella miserable. He knows he's not at the point in his life where he's ready to commit, where he can keep his dick in his pants for one person. Okay. And even, that last episode with his father talking to the mom, saying that, oh, he has to find a great woman and he'll know. And then the mom responded, actually, no, the dad said he has to find a great woman like you, right? And then he'll know, he'll be faithful. And then the mom said, yeah, you found me, but you weren't faithful to me. And a lot of obviously things that came out in the season for the mom also, information she did not know, 25 years of marriage worth of information. She did not know that the father was actually taking the son to his rendezvous to cheat on the mom. So I can't blame Clay. I can't blame Clay. He wants love. He just doesn't understand love. And it's better that he tells her no 8 weeks in or 6 weeks in, however long this experiment is for, than 7 years down the line, just like his dad did when he cheated on the mom. 25 years down the line, when you have multiple children grown and alive together, a quarter of a century, just for it to disseminate. That's my little popular, may not be popular opinion of Clay and AD. AD put herself in the situation. When men speak, listen. Any and everything you ever want to hear from a man, he will let you know. There is never any gray area. And this is coming from a girl who has a lot of male friends. There is no gray area. If he knows, he knows. If he doesn't know, you definitely will know. He's always told her, I cannot commit to you. I can't be faithful to you. He did his best, I think, to like try to see if he was able to garner that affection, garner that desire. But that man needs therapy, and it has to be a willing therapy. It is but I don't know when this man will be ready. He's young. He's so young. 30 something, 29, 28, 29, 30. Very young. Very young. Again, they were my favorite couple. I hope the best for her. I hope the best for them. I was really rooting for them as a couple. Honestly, I was really, really rooting for them as a couple. I'm happy though that she doesn't have to suffer, and ultimately this is his life. This is his life ultimately, and saying yes to an experiment for a lifetime of unhappiness is not worth it. So I'm proud of you, Clay. AD, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, honey. You're a dancer. You gotta cowgirl yourself on to the next man, shawty. Okay, you better capitalize off of this popularity. Get your little boo thing. Look, it's floating. It doesn't even sink. When you dehydrate these things, they don't even sink. It's literally like fully saturated. Has not even sunk yet. Sorry, I was singing that. Give me one margarita, I'm open my legs. Give me two margarita, I'm my hands in my hand. Give me three margarita, I'm a bun in my. Give me five margaritas. Give me five margaritas. Oh man, but yeah. And Amy and Johnny got married. We all knew they were gonna get married. I'm happy for them. You know, like I was saying in the last live, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so boring. I skipped their scenes. I actually did skip a little bit of their scenes also during the wedding portion. And it's not because they're boring. They are a little boring, but that's because things are good. You know, sometimes when you're happy, things are good, it's boring. Drama and confusion brings like life, right? But when Certainty, sureness brings calm and peace and mundaneness, and that is where they are. That is who they are. Um, yeah, my girl held off till after the wedding, okay, which definitely I think increased Johnny's desire for her. And yeah, he got himself a little spicy Latina. And I love that they blended each other into their wedding. So instead of it just being Amy's friends and family and Johnny's friends and family, they kind of like switched. Like Amy had Johnny's sister as one of her bridesmaids, which is really cute, okay? Which I think also it brings the family in together. It brings the love in more versus it being like we're complete strangers. Um, but if this was reality, most likely we would have had my sister on this side and had my brother on that side. But I'm happy and I'm actually proud of them for doing that. That is a commendable part, and I do wish them the very best. It's so funny and shady how the Love Is Blind crew made Clay and AD's section like an hour and a half, and they made Johnny's and Amy's like 20 minutes. So yeah, it shows you that even the show is messy and knows that the people kind of just want us to skip through them. Like, I'm excited for the finale, the reunion, because oh, before I finish, Jimmy and Chelsea. I'm proud of Jimmy for ending it because Chelsea was doing too much, but Jimmy, you're a little sleazy because she's upset that you're still hanging around somebody that you've been sexually involved with, and like not just like hanging out. It's kind of like constant talking, hanging out one on one, hanging out in group settings. If you want her, just go be with her. And I felt like that's kind of like where Chelsea's mentality was at, but she's not mature enough. Like she does not just say shit up front. She nags and she whines and she complains, you know, and she everything is like this. Why you don't love me so much? Why can't you give me affection? Why, Jimmy, 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 why don't you love me, Jimmy? Jimmy, 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 why don't you love me, Jimmy? Jimmy, love me, Jimmy. You know, and Jimmy, why don't you love me, Jimmy? Jimmy, you know, and he was just like, listen, I'm not doing that. I'm happy he stuck up for himself because people like her, they'll do that shit to you, okay? They'll allow you to open up to them, okay? They'll allow you to be vulnerable. And then the moment they can, they'll throw that shit in your face. They'll throw that shit in your face. If you tell somebody something in confidant, don't throw that shit in my face when we're on like rocky roads. No, she violated. I'm happy he left her. She's annoying. She needs to work on herself. Again, like I said, I could not be friends with her. She's so annoying. Like people that always have something to complain about. It's like, oh my god, shut up, yo. There's so much fucking shit going on in the world. Like, why you always nagging so much about everything? Why is everything a problem? Yeah, she's annoying. Yeah, and I think that was it. There were like no other couples left. This again season was a little rickety rackety. And let's see how that reunion is. Okay, that's the only thing I have to say. Is let's see how that reunion is going to be next Wednesday. Again, I'm really annoyed with what is this Netflix for really annoyed with Netflix for making people wait so long. They making us wait so long for like a whole month for the season. Annoying. Okay. So my salty peeps, with that being said, I can definitely feel this margarita, this one margarita already. And I'm going to bag the rest of my dehydrated citrus. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to have to eat. It is midnight now. So, oh, maybe I'll make one of them little pot stickers. Okay. I'll probably make a pot sticker. So, with that being said, salty peeps, thank you for joining me tonight. I know, again, this was a very, 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 very late live, but I still wanted to get on here to chit chat with you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. Ciao Bella. Thank you for joining me, CJ. And of course, thank you for my anonymous salty peeps who are always supporting me. I love you all. Thank you again. Buenas noches. And let me know if you are going to make the dehydrated toppers one day. Again, they're very easy. You can dehydrate them and actually use them in baking, use them all over the kitchen, okay? So, yeah, I love you all. Let's get growing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.